in all sports with everybody, sometimes it's just not going for you. And I could see that it was kind of a bit frustrating. And there is a kind of a critical point where you get a sort of system crash because you think of too many things. So instead of having, one or two red thoughts and a whole load of green thoughts in your subconscious, which you should do, and you get those green thoughts in your subconscious by practicing, it was very much a whole lot of red thoughts, and it just wasn't right. So we decided, or I decided, we just said, okay, let's just stop here for a moment. Okay, right. So I went and put a sweatshirt in the stand behind the post. Okay. And Jonny's got an incredible sense of humor. And people don't see that. And it's a shame, really, because, we have had some real laughs, so much so that I've actually got cramp sometimes from laughing in a training session, okay, which you might think is, but anyway, so we decided, said, okay, sir, and then we kind of embellished this and said, right, okay, so that's a couple, okay, it's Harry and Doris. All right. And Doris hates rugby. Okay. She's not interested. Okay. So she's going to be reading a paper, doing this and so on. Right? So I want you to imagine that Doris is sitting on the sweatshirt. Okay. So just nudge her a little bit, let alone she's at rugby. So let's try and hit Doris. So just put it down, visualize Doris, off you go, hit it. Bang, just over the sweatshirt. And I said, well, that's good. You've got her to duck. See if you can now get it to land in her lap. And of course, this is target within a target within a target within a target kind of thing. And then, then I kicked it, and then, it bounced on the thing, and then he kicks it and so on. And then we started in balance. I said, right, Doris is getting really bored of this now. She's got a book in her hand. See if you can knock the book out of her hand. Okay, but you can't knock her. So it's got to be a really precise kick. Same thing, and all we were doing was kicking probably 35, 40 meters right in the middle of the middle of the middle. Okay. And then it got really obscure. Like, Harry's gone to get Doris an ice cream. Okay. And it's an ordinary ice cream. Okay. And we say, right, okay, we've got to knock the ice cream out without actually damaging the cone. All right, because they're really skimpy in this country, so they're only putting $1 on. If you knock that off, and so on, and then so he kicks it. He said, "Right, I've knocked that off." I said, "No, right, okay, no, it's a 99. You've got to hit the flake out of the ice, and it just got worse and worse and worse and worse. But what had actually happened, because all the processes were in his subconscious, and he was totally focused on the outcome of getting through the ball and all of those things to get to Doris, the kind of where we were and what we were doing and the fact it was a World Cup campaign and all of that kind of thing had gone. And it was just go after Doris. So then we started saying, okay, right, so let's just make sure that you've got Doris lined up. And we jokingly said, we know she's not interested. You just got to sit her there, and that's where it's come from. And it's the ultimate, if you like, deflection of detail, because it was so practiced. It was pretty automated anyway. But of course, like those things, when you're a little bit concerned and you try and unpick the automation, that's when it tends to clog and it doesn't work. And you're not smooth, you hit the wrong part of the ball and so on and so forth. So that was a really a kind of an ongoing thing that we had. And we joke about it before. And we've, Doris sitting on the crossbar.